Okay, everyone, if you're like a lot of people, you're excited right at this point about Cryptex and what their DeFi hybrid contracts can do for you and your family 3 years, 5 years, or 7 years from now. But you also need to earn some money today, right? While you're waiting, this small video is for you to show you this incredible referral program that Cryptex has put together. Now, listen, Cryptex has three different ways they're going to pay you out. I'm going to briefly cover each one, and then we'll wrap up this short video. The first one is their direct commissions that are paid out immediately. When we say immediately, we mean instantly. The moment someone makes a purchase of a Cryptex contract and they actually pay that processing fee, you will see the commissions in your back office within 1 or 2 seconds. That's what we mean when we say immediate. And the way that it works is everyone that you personally refer to Cryptex, when they actually start purchasing their contracts, you're going to earn 30% of that processing fee. If someone gets one contract and they spend $100 for the processing fee, you earn $30. If that same person gets 10 contracts, you earn $300, et cetera, and they can get up to 80 contracts. Now, if they refer someone, you're going to earn 5% of that $100. So $5, and so on, down through a total of 10 levels. Guys, to show you how powerful this is, just imagine if you only shared Cryptex with 3 people who decided to engage, and they did the same, and they did the same, and so on and so on. You can still end up with a pretty huge referral network through these 10 levels. If each of those people only averaged 10 contracts each, which is kind of low, but if they did, this is what you would earn on each one of those levels. This is what your commissions would be. Now, you can see in this projection, we've got hundreds, then thousands, then tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, even millions of dollars that you could earn. And remember, all of this is instant. You're not waiting for 3, 5, or 7 years. You're getting paid out these commissions instantly the moment the people purchase the contracts. Now, on the back end, which means when these contracts actually come to a maturity date, you will be paid again for the value of those contracts. This is pretty exciting. If you remember that previous part of the video we just showed, we actually showed you it going through 10 levels. On that fifth level, you had 243 referrals, 2,430 contracts, and you earned 4% on that level, so $4 each for those contracts, 9,720 bucks are right away that you made up front. However, when these contracts come to maturity, let's say that they're 3-year contracts, we're going to try to keep the numbers as small as possible. They're 3-year contracts, they're each going to mature for $35,000 each. Well, at that point, you're going to earn 4% here on the back end, but 4% of 35,000 is $1,400. This is your commission for every single one of those contracts, okay? So $1,400 times 2,430, that would be $3.4 million on the back end. So this is where people are getting very excited because they understand Cryptex gives them a wealth building opportunity, not just through the contracts that they get personally, but by going out and sharing this with others as well. Finally, for those of you who are leaders, who are very prolific, and who have gone out before and referred to a lot of people, Cryptex wants to put some extra incentive on the table for you right up front. If you're able to refer Cryptex directly to 100 people who each get at least just one contract, that will check off the first qualification of what they call their leader bonus. Now, after that, when you have a total of 1,000 contracts throughout your entire team, again, not personally or not just off your personal referrals, but throughout your entire team, once you have a 1,000 contracts, you are now qualified for their leader bonus. You will get a $5,000 bonus right away. It doesn't matter if this takes you a week, a month, a year. As soon as this happens, you get a $5,000 bonus. But from that point on, every single month at month end, Cryptex is going to look at the production of your first 2 levels. And if 100 new contracts have come on board for you in your first 2 levels, remember, not 100 people, 100 new contracts. It could be the same people who are just deciding to buy extra contracts that month. Every single time that happens, they're going to pay you a $5 additional bonus through infinity for all of the contracts that come on board your entire team. That means not just through the 10 levels that we discussed earlier, but through 20 levels, 50 levels, 100 levels. Guys, imagine for a second if in that example we showed you before, we showed you building out just through 10 levels. We said by your 7th level, this is what your numbers would look like. Imagine if you had also qualified for the leader bonus at the time that you got to this seventh level. Instead of you just making the $65,000 that we showed you in that first theoretical example, you would get paid an additional $5 for each one of these contracts, which means you get paid that 65 grand plus another $109,000. Again, this is aggressive. This is for leaders, but I just want to show you for the leaders out there, there's real serious income on the table for you, 6 and 7-figure income if you're looking at building Cryptex. Now, for those of you who are wondering what happens if I can't get the 100 contracts per month, do I still earn income? Yes, guys. If you don't get the 100 contracts, but you only get 50, they'll pay you a $2 bonus through infinity. If you only get 20, they'll pay you a $1 bonus through infinity. But again, they're setting you up to be able to earn some serious income here. Finally, I want to show you, and then we'll wrap this up, what we call the 3-year case study. This is an actual person who built out Cryptex. They were involved at this point when we took this snapshot for 3 years and 3 months. And we wanted to show you what their back office looked like. They had $7.6 million now in profits that were locked up from their compounding. So the profits from their personal staking, $4.7 million. Their rewards referral staking, which means the profits they're getting from their team contracts, $2.8 million and growing. This number will get bigger every single day as the staking continues until these contracts come to their maturity date. Now, over that 3 years, though, let me show you the type of money that they had already made and were able to withdraw. From the 10-level referral program, they earned $584,000. At some point along the line, they actually hit the leader program, so they referred at least 100 people personal. They earned $912,000 from that $5 through infinity. That's about $1.5 million that they were able to take out instantly. And then once they hit the 3-year mark and contracts started to hit maturity, some of the contracts in their team matured. Their earnings from that was $289,000 and change, and their earnings from their own 4 contracts just at this point that had opened up, $316,000 and change. All in, $2.1 million that this person has earned over the last 3 years and 3 months. And this number continues to get bigger because as some of these contracts are just 3 years, some of them are 5 years and 7 years, this could go up to be 10, 15, or 20 million or more. And they're going to earn every single dime of that as those contracts continue to mature. That's an incredible wealth building strategy they were able to take simply by deciding to go out there and refer others to Cryptex. So keep that in mind when you're making your decisions. So thank you for your time. Hopefully this makes sense to you. Remember, you're not just waiting for 3, 5, or 7 years. If you get involved with Cryptex, you can start earning money today by simply sharing it with some other people as well.